I think if you get kicked in the face, you deserve it, because that means that you watch the foot come to your face. Got to be an asshole to find somebody using their feet. The person I saw get kicked in the face, the reason why I laughed is because when he got kicked, he looked at us for confirmation. Like he needed approval on what just happened. He's like, yo, shit, yo, it's him. Yeah, better look at his other foot. Then he kicked you again. He's good. That guy's good. He knows what he's doing. Would you fight somebody using their feet, man? Like if we go to fight, I'm going to tell you, put your hands up, let's fight. Now, if I go to fight you and you start stretching, I mean, you know, some shit, I don't know. I'm not going to fight you. I had an incident where a guy he tried. He didn't use it on me, but he was going to attempt to use his feet. That was with my mom, right? Me and my mom. We in the parking lot of Best Buy. I'm looking for a parking space. Now, all the spaces was crooked, but there's one truck about to back into his parking spot. But he was taking too long, so I got mad. I stole it. I whipped him to the spot real fast, like, you know when you're wrong? Because you put your head down and roll your windows up, you don't want to look at him. You start humming. Out of nowhere, the guy got out the truck. Yeah, man, I know you saw me about to back into that spot. If you back out, are we going to have a problem? Chinese guy right now with my mom, so I ain't going to be no bitch. I was like, well, I guess we got a problem. This is how I know I didn't want this problem. This is exactly what he did to me. He's like, oh, so we got a problem? Do we? Al got mad at me because I live in LA. He said, Kevin, you out here in Hollywood doing God knows what, sex, drugs, money. Lord knows what you're into. Need to get a relationship with God. I said, dude, don't talk to me about God. I'm fine, okay? You the one who's on drugs. You get a relationship with God, he got mad. And anytime you get mad, he only got to bring up some dark shit from his past that nobody needs to know. I don't know where. He said, Kevin, let me tell you something. I know I was on drugs, but I found Jesus. Granted, I didn't know him when I was out there sucking dick for money, but I'll tell you something. I said, wait a minute, wait. First of all, you're not going to speed past that. Like, you didn't just say what you just said. I said, when was this? What year was this? He said it was in the 80s. Somebody was doing this shit that pissed me off. He said, your dad was back there with me. I said, what? That guy was like, all right. Hey, you going to learn today? No, the fuck I'm not. You're going to keep that lesson to yourself? How come nothing good ever happens at work? It's always bad, babe. Let me tell you about this bitch, Sabrina, at the office today. Okay? First of all, she comes in the office with white stockings on and black shoes. Excuse me, bitch, Labor Day is over. Excuse me, thank you. Delete that. Oh, then y'all start talking about problems going on in the office. We don't fucking know. Let me tell you what she did, babe. She come to me talking about, can you go print this out, the fax machine? No, I am an executive administrative assistant, not your assistant. We gotta act like we know what's going on. What? She told you to print it out, the fax machine. No, she didn't. A bitch is crazy. Not my baby. Thank you. Then y'all turn into the computers. Thank you. I told the bitch, boop, backspace. No, LORTOFMAO. Thank you. Delete that. MTFO, MOFOHS. I don't know where my friend Joey goes. You better be lucky. Won't have a ping pong table. Basically said I would bust all your ass. I said, bet money, bitch. That's me and my friend's biggest problem. We're competitive. The word bet sets off that competitive nature. I said bet money, bitch. Harry said bet. Wayne bet. Spank bet. Joey bet.
Bitch, bet, motherfucker, bet, nigga, bet, you, bet.
We get in the car, we drive to Walmart, we buy a ping pong table, we go back to Joey's house. We set the ping pong table up in the kitchen, we get to playing ping pong. Our game looks nothing like the game that we were watching on TV. So we decided to add alcohol into the mix, hit the ball into the net, gotta take a shot. You get slammed on. Gotta take 2 shots, you get slammed on, and you miss the ball completely. Gotta take 3 shots. Somewhere along the line, the game got so competitive that Joey decided to cut his jeans into jean shorts because he said he wasn't getting enough lateral movement in the house. Here's the fucked up part about that. It was Joey's house. All Joey had to do was go upstairs and change into a pair of goddamn jean shorts. I wake up in the middle of the night. My stomach is killing me. I call the front desk. A woman picked up the phone. She said, hello, front desk. May I help you? It's the first time that I heard English outside of my friends since I've been in Japan. You would have thought that I was Tom Hanks in Cast Her Away. I lost it. Chicken, please, chicken. He's like, sir, calm down, we're rumored. You win. I don't know. She said, look at the phone. Your room number's on the phone. Okay, I'm in room. Line dash, cross house. I don't know how to read. It looks like an abandoned building with no windows, made out of bamboo sticks. I don't know. So excited. I don't know, please? How did you get it? Did you get the joke? You got it? Because the way they write their numbers, you got it. I just felt like you should have gave a bigger laugh. I don't think your laugh is what it should have been, huh? True story, people. Exactly what I do. Get in the shower, get dressed, get in my car, start driving to the store. On the way to the store, I hit a speed bump. When I hit the speed bump, I hear a lot of noise in the trunk. Boom, 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 boom. That's weird. I ain't put shit in the trunk. What the fuck is all that noise in the goddamn trunk? I'm small. I get scared fast. So I get out the car, I pop the trunk. I see her in the goddamn trunk. I see her, see her in the goddamn trunk. I just caught you in the trunk of my car. You gotta say something to justify what the fuck I'm looking at. What the fuck are you doing in the goddamn trunk? With a straight face. She looks at me, jumps out the trunk, rolls her eyes, and takes off as if I never saw her. Now let me tell you why I had an attitude. I had an attitude. Because we live together. Like, I'm gonna see you tonight. We have to address this at some point in time. I said, no, fuck that. We're gonna talk about this right now. I get in the car, I drive home. Here's where it gets crazier. When I get home, she in the kitchen cooking, right? I walk in the house. She said, hey, babe, you hungry, bitch? What the? Oh, I want to talk about no goddamn food. I want to talk about why I popped the trunk and you popped out the goddamn trunk like a goddamn jack in a box. The fuck were you doing in the goddamn trunk with a straight face? She looked at me. She said, I wasn't in no goddamn. Thank you, gentlemen. Burr cat short. Oh, this is the hammering. The thing that was like the hammering home I did, like one of the best stand-up, like 5-10 minute sets I've ever seen. Have you ever seen Bernie Mac when he came out? Oh, you know what, man? I'm scared of you. Yeah, hit that and then boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I ain't scared of you. You don't scare me. Patrice told me about that. So what Patrice told me was, he told me I was like to watch that. Well, no, he just told me about it for years. Because we came up in the 90s before. Like, you know, the internet was just a bunch of computer nerds. They were go playing ping pong. I don't know what the fuck it was at that point. Whoa. They had sports lines, but you couldn't, there was no shit. YouTube was still 10 years away. So he told me about that and was basically saying the same kind of thing that a bunch of guys were getting booed off stage. And Hamburger Jones was the one before him, I think. Is that his last name? Burger, Hamburger? So he told me that. He came out and was like, you don't scare me, New York. I'm not afraid of you. And all that type of stuff. And so that's the thing, like, but that's why, like, I got undue credit for the Philly thing. Just like the Philly thing happened, right, when YouTube happened. So there was somebody there to document it where, like, Bernie Mac, rest his soul, had already done it. Then no. It's the thing that I pulled out from both of them was you had the, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. In that fucking 7-minute set when you did that, that's the part where you get chills. You go. Like at one point you're saying it as in this is, I got 10 more minutes. Like, oh fuck. And then at one point you're like, you're almost reveling in the fact that I have 7 more minutes to make fun of you. Like it's the same.
I was never reveling.
Okay, I looked like I was, but I wasn't fucking forgotten. I had a fucking headache at the end of it. And I was like, 2 days afterwards, I was locked. Like when they say somebody has this, like he had a death grip. Yeah. And you know, like, I remember hearing this hilarious story. I remember watching this, my mother, we were laughing our asses off at the way this guy described this fucking, these two guys are flying like a Cessna and they hear this rattle in the back. And it's the fucking door in the back, one of those old school doors that you open it. And the stairs are also on the door. Folks, yeah, they put down, so he went to go shut it. Fucking thing flew open, so the pilot's up there like, oh my God, my friend just got sucked out of the plane. And then he's also thinking, how am I gonna land this fucking thing? Because the door hangs down lower. Like it hangs down lower than the wheels there. So long story short, he fucking lands the damn thing. And he's wiping tears away. And he fucking gets to the back stairs. And there's this buddy, feet still in the plane, head down at the bottom of the stairs, holding on to the banister thing. And he's talking to him. And the guy's not saying, so he had to step over him. He chatted to him, talked to him for maybe 20 minutes because he had a death grip. It's just like a body overrides whatever that is that makes your muscles tired.
Don't let go, motherfucker. And then, like, he was there for like 45 minutes. My mother, we were crying. They didn't tell it as colorful as I did.
This is how funny my family is. All they just said was, yeah, it took us a half hour to get him to let go of the stairs because he had what's known as the death grip. And we just you just saw the whole thing just roaring. You saw the pilot standing there like, Jerry, it's okay now, Jerry. And him just fucking still mentally at 30,000 feet or whatever. I guess he couldn't be that high. You wouldn't be able to breathe. But so anyways, I had, mental version. Like I was walking around New York and I was looking at people and just thinking insults, and I'm not joking. It took me like almost mentally traumatic. Was not funny. No, dude, I had a headache. This episode was brought to you by The Machine. Where are my married couples at? Who's married in here? Right up front. Anyone married knows you gotta always keep them guessing in public. That's when I do it. We're around a bunch of people. The other day, we're in the grocery store, right? Now I scream out real loud. We're in the produce section. I go, honey, now my wife has been with me long enough to know nothing good is coming after honey. So she plays it off like, I don't know this guy, I don't know. I want to have no idea who this guy, everyone else is looking. So I'm like, honey, you're not gonna bail out of this. I'm gonna stick it like Mary Lou Retton, honey. Honey, will you grab her, honey? Finally, she turns around and goes, what? And I say, this time, get a thin cucumber. You know, you've done your job when a man you don't know walks past you and goes, you just made my day. And of course, and look, I got 2 little girls. So if I ever sound misogynistic, realize it's coming from a point of awakening. Of course, there was a woman there that didn't get the joke, didn't appreciate the joke, didn't get it. I don't know. She just gets in my face and goes, excuse you, sir. That was inappropriate. Yeah. And she stands there like she's waiting for a rebuttal. She's not going to fade me. I stared her back in her face. I said, excuse you, my anchor tears. How about you get your mind out of the gut? I'm putting it in your ass, not mine. We're Christians, and I walk away. What's up, dog? So I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city, and then they have the nerve to ask you, like, how do you like one? And you're like, the real one. Or this turd you put in a dress, like, that's your favorite place, all right? Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city. Paris, and then they built a mini Eiffel Tower. Like you're going to walk around confused, like, well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come on, can I get me a croissant? That place sucks. So we were leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto, and we passed by a strip club named Beef. Well, yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. Like, can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a beef girl. Like, that's such an aggressive name, even for a casual conversation. They'll be like, oh, you strip? What do you strip at, Beef? Jesus. What goes on there? Pretty intense shit, actually. We recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want to start here, we'll wreck your life. I'd be like, all right, I believe you. Is this not registering to you? Beef is the name of the strip club. Christ, Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, you want to go to strip club? It's called Fart. I'd be like, no, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef. All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards.
Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive? Like, just me. Really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot. And now I'm like, you know, like, let's wrap this shit up.
How many days are there exactly? You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. Remember elementary school? And you get to like the first day of grade 3, and you're like, hey, where's Kevin? And they go, he skipped. And you're like, excuse me, how? And they're like, he can add like a son of a bitch, I don't know, 4, 8, 12. He gets it. You're like, I want to skip. And they're like, don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind. I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year, like you wreck this year, and then in December, like a magical, 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 magical. And you're like, yeah, I know. And they're like, how many years do you want to skip? I'd be like, what, 30? Just cruise into retirement. First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway. 71 maybe? Yeah, 70. So you can experience like some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, you know? Like, that's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. I don't want to live much longer than that. I hear people go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? Have you seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin, okay? And he knows it too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Like, he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying that, though. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. He goes, I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately, alive, yeah. I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. But whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the... I go, no, to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more, as long as I live for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. We'll be like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. But you know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know, like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snaps. Sit down like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good night. Hey, it's me, Sack Lunch Punch, Mr. Music. Hi, Mr. Music. And I'm here to teach you about music. Yeah, I have a clarinet. Yo, put away your skinny trumpet. Instruments are stupid because there's anything everywhere. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So follow me, but also give me space. Okay, I know. Okay, there's music here, music there, music everywhere. Use your ear. Be aware you're making music everywhere. When you tap a pen on a paperback book, not too loud, but you get the point. Toss a dress shirt in a laundry sack. Subtle sound. Let me find something else. I have a clarinet. What? How about my clarinet? I don't need instruments. Listen, when I say what songs are about, I'm making music. You're ignorant, I'm making music. Haha. Because there's music here, music there. Music everywhere. Use your ears, be aware you're making music everywhere. Even a cat can bat a tune. Do it. Or take a pudding cup and put in a spoon. Then when you pull it out, I did this last night, and then it made a sound. What kind of sound did it make? Like a squishy sound, like a butt. Maybe if you tap it. No, you talked over it, just made the noise. The music is so loud you have to shout. Listen to the ruckus when you swirl Bordeaux, or just take the bottle and let it blow, okay? I just broke a bottle over here. I don't know if you walk over here, but you should just... There are no big pieces. It's shattered. Oh, there is music here, music there, music everywhere. It's Mr. Music, okay. No, Mr. Music's not okay. He's having a lot of trouble. I stayed up late. I should have prepped and planted stuff that makes sounds. Leaky falls, sickle, drip, drum. Fix this. This new modern toilet makes quite a sound. It's louder than a gong. When you flush it down, just lower the boom. Just work with me and just lower the boom into the toilet bowl. Now I have to wait for it to be ready again. I don't want the commode to overflow, okay? Now it's safe to flush again. Damn it, I need my tattoos. Jump up on your Tempur-Pedic bed and tap dance. So loud you wake the dead. Mama told you not to make a peep. Well, clickety-clack. And wake her out of her sleep. Oh, my head landed weird on my ankle and it popped. Did you hear that? It was like music everywhere. What time is it? Am I supposed to do an hour? No. Who told you that I could do an hour? Absolutely not. Give me the clarinet you mentioned before. I said I didn't need it. Give it to me, please. You'll never believe what a sound it makes when I throw it out the window and the window breaks. No, that's my clarinet. It landed on a truck full of pillows that was passing by. Only then, Lord. You don't want me to make music, do you? Maybe grab that cat by its tail, hey, please. Now, swing it around. Then the cat will wail, ow, ow, Mother Mary. There's glass here. Who put glass here? I'm so stupid. I stayed up late trying on clothes I already own. And I didn't prepare and I failed. Cat, I think that even though most of the things you did weren't audible, you're just trying to teach us that music can come from lots of things that aren't instruments. Yes. You see, you understood what I was trying to say. Music is more than just the songs you hear or people singing. It's what you just said it better. Hey, Mr. Music. What you did was really funny. Watching you run around. When you're back over there especially, we want you to know that we don't judge you. We don't care. You don't care? No, right? No. We don't care. Who cares? Nobody cares. Ha ha. Everybody sing together. Cast and crew. Cast only. Music here, music there, music everywhere. Use your ears, be aware you're making music everywhere. What a game day to learn so many topics left to touch when you're feeling scared. Look for music anywhere. That's a picture wrap on check. Kill it all, everybody. Thank you. No, I want this. I'm keeping this. Yeah. I wish I could be a rapper or some shit. I really do. You know why I can't be a rapper though, man? Because my voice ain't deep enough. To be a rapper, you need a deep voice. That's the only way people are going to want to listen to you on a regular basis. I don't think nobody will buy my album because my voice is too small. Yeah, bitch, I'm a killer. I shoot you in your face. Everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna die tonight.
Didn't you say Pachero? I'll tell her. I'm not buying that shit. If you certain shit just keeps you from being tough.
Because ain't nothing tough about this. It don't matter what you say. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious if you swing your feet. It don't matter. I will kill everybody in this tonight. Playing with you? Oh, y'all think it's a game? Nah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the way people treat me around here. Would you talk to a guy who swung his feet if you had a club and I tried to talk to you? Come here, baby. Let me holler at you for a second. You girl. You know damn well who I'm talking to. Wait a second. Let me calm down and get my feet together. Wait a minute now. Rappers make me laugh, though, I swear. Rappers are funny, man. You ever see rappers freestyle, like when they be battling each other? You ever notice the more angry a rapper get, the higher his hands get? You ever notice that they start off so kind? Like, this is rappers when they freestyle. They're like the dude when he be listening to the other guy. You ready? No, I got him, baby. Wait, this is really how they be. Look, real talk. Hey, look, though. Hey, is that a rapper? I'm really trying to be a rapper right now. Like this. This is a real angry rapper. Real talk. I kill niggas. I slayed it. Don't love it. You want to beat me to get it? I'll get it back now. The dude be so confused. Oh, this nigga's crazy. He's about to, she be trying to follow his hands. This thing is crazy. He's about to kill me. He's going to cut me or something. I can't be that guy, man. Want to be. There's so much stuff that I wanted to do that I'm realizing now that I can't do it. Like, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be an R&B singer for a long time, but I can't sing, but I can dance my ass off if anybody in here is trying to be a singer. I'm about to tell you what you need to know to make it all right. There's some more classified stuff. All you know how to do is open your hands, close them, and point. That's it. I know it sounds crazy, Oh, like what? But I'm telling you, wow, it looked good. Watch this. I'm not going to say nothing, but tell me this. Don't look at me. I'm about to say some stuff. Look at, shit. Keep on, sing something. What are you going to say, girl? That or the slide out? You know, the slide out is, you ever see an old group and the old group being a thing? Like the Temptations of somebody? You never know who the lead singer is, so they slide out. They be like this. They slide out and start singing on you. That's the best shit ever. Because they be talking shit they like, either like, these bitches don't even know what's about to hit. They're about to slide out. He's good. This guy's good. He's good. You're trying to have a serious fucking relationship, and you can't be away from him for a certain amount of time or they're going to fuck somebody else. I mean, I don't think man or woman fantasizes as that for any sort of significant, serious, or lifetime partner. So I would, hey, you know what? You had a good time with her, and I'd let her go. She's out in California. Let her go do whatever the fuck she's going to do. And I would try to find someone that's a little more wired like yourself and see if that works. All right, okay? That's the podcast. I'm going to enjoy my last day here. Hey, thank you to the beautiful country of Italy and everybody from here that treated me and my wife so wonderfully. We'll definitely get to come back once again. Thank you to everybody who came out to my tour through Ireland, England, Scotland, Amsterdam, Belgium, and Germany. Could not have had more fun on this trip. I'm definitely ready to get home. I have not seen my dog, CODO, since July 29th. Yeah, I've not been in the United States since July, so I got to get back before they just cancel my goddamn visa or whatever the fuck it is. All right? That's it. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, if you'd like to donate, this is an easy way to do it. Next time you're going to buy something on Amazon, just go to billburr. Come first, click on the podcast page, and you just hit the Amazon link. All right? It'll take you right to Amazon. It doesn't cost you any extra money, but I get credit for driving traffic that way. If you want to do it, I get it. If you don't, no problem. And also, if you'd like to see me do my first fucking show since my European tour in the United States, I will be in Reno on August 27th, with the absolutely fucking hilarious Todd Retz. One of the funniest fucking people I've ever met in my life. He's the guy. What do you say to handsome he said that to a cop one time that pulled us over when the guy was walking up to the car. And what was so funny was he was a young baby-faced looking cop, and we pulled this over. We were underneath the bridge, so it echoed. I think it was me, him and Lawhead. And I think I lost 6 months of my life trying not to laugh when the cop walked up and he said that he's one of the funniest guys I know, and he is not going to be easy to follow. So if you come out to the show, do not show up late, because Todd is every bit as funny as I'll ever fucking be. All right, that's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday. For office, no. This is not legislation, right? These are jokes by someone who doesn't read. Okay, just everybody relax. Yeah, people put so much on. I know. Now I'm excited to be here. I am. It's very exciting to be doing stand-up outside of my own country. Yeah. No, not because of you. That's how it's become us. Everything's so goddamn every joke you tell her. But what did you mean about that? I didn't go to the gym today. Are you calling me fat? I feel triggered. Gotta fucking apologize to everybody. This is how screwed up my country is right now. To you. You know that shit. You know Bryan Cranston, right? That dude did a movie. He played a quadriplegic. And people gave him, be like, why is there an able-bodied person playing a quadriplegic? It's like, it's because it's called acting, you dumb. See, if he was a quadriplegic playing a quadriplegic, that's not acting. That's just laying there saying that someone else wrote where you're still doing a lot of acting too, right? She shot a big movie. Yeah. I shot at Pete Davidson's big movie. Oh, how did that go? Well, I didn't get fired. Yeah, who knows? Get cut out. You never know. It went great. And it was the first time I got to work with Judd Apatow where I've worked with him in a more like distant way, like I did Pete's show, Crashing, because I think that comes out June of next year. But I got to do an episode of The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau, the new Star Wars thing.
Whoa, I gotta see that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What? This is sports fan meathead who doesn't watch any sci-fi. You're gonna be in Star Wars, just say, I was like, are you?
Are you with Star Wars? No. You know what this is like? This is like when Joe DeRosa met Joe Torre. He goes, oh, yeah, I met this guy the other night. He was somehow connected with the Yankees because he was still managing. It was Joe Tutelage. I'm like, Torre. He goes, yeah. Is he like a big, he makes that face guy? I was like, dude, I'm going to strangle you. I know, right? I'm going to strangle you. Why? He's like, I want to go buy vintage T-shirts. Yeah, so he already went off on me for being in Star Wars. And I told him, I go, this is your payback for meeting Joe Torre. Fair enough, fair enough. What did you do to you? What you wearing? What? Star Wars? I don't know that they are. Like, that's very secretive. This is like how much money's in the Federal Reserve. I don't think I'm allowed to say anything. Yeah, all that Netflix, say anything. Yeah, all that Netflix. I love it. Netflix. If you look at the trailer, you see the back of my bald head for half a second. Oh my God, so you're not in a helmet. I love it. My head is a helmet. It would have been redundant. That's like a joke, a hat on a hat. Oh my God, that's exciting. You're a busy guy, Bill. Yes, I am. What about F is for family? F is for family. We're finishing up season 4. Holy, editing that. And that should be out sometime next year. But for you, stand-up will always be #1. Yeah. Well, you're very generous with comics. I was talking to Tom about how when I was early on the Comedy Store, you were so good to me. And we'll watch sets. Oh my God, when you did that, punchlines and stuff. And it was so cool when you did that bit. She's my best friend. I was just like, I don't think you understand how funny you are. And she just kept booking TV shows and was annoying. It's just like, stop fucking. They're giving you chicken feed. You're a star. Get out there on the towel. You wait till her hour comes out. Yeah. Forgetting all about mine. I'm telling you, nobody has a vibe. Like, you're hilarious. And you got this chill, cool vibe that I loved. And then and you also know how to unleash. Like some comics, when they get loud, then they just stay there too long. Yeah. And then it gets annoying. But like, you know how to, if you know how to use it, you can just, blow them back in the seat and then bring them back down again. It's awesome. I love it. You've always been so good to me. And I was always much appreciated. There we go. We sound like one of us is on our deathbed. I know. Yeah. I was going to say so nice to me. What is this announcement you're going to make? Keep my name alive, Fortune. I brought him up at the store a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this is one of the nicest because you're so nice to me. And I mean, you're nice to everybody, but I love you so much. And like, he's one of the nicest guys there is. And you come out, you're like, do you really have to say that? I'm about to go rant about a bunch of shit. I'm the nicest guy. The nicest guys ever talk about people in wheelchairs, but it means a lot. It does. When you're a newer comic, you're coming up, it's intimidating. Well, that's because people did that for me, and I didn't forget it. Then I remember what it meant to me. I had one. Dave Chappelle said something to me in the early 2000s. I held on to that, yeah. In comedy condos and hell rooms for like the next 5 years. Dave said I was funny, right? Dave thinks I'm funny. Hear that for me. Honestly, I'm not saying that because you're on your deathbed, but you are. Comedy deathbed. When I'm on the road and I'm in a green room that's basically a broom closet. I'm like, Bill said I was funny. And it does carry you through those weekends sometimes. Well, you're so lost in the beginning, you really don't know whether you have no confirmation of whether you are. And there's no, roadmap. So you're like, is this going to lead to anything? Am I doing this even remotely, right? And you don't have blinders on, like I'm just going to do what I find my own journey? No, you almost see but so yeah, what is that guy doing? I need to be doing what he's doing. She's like mapping out his shirt and everything, yeah. What agent he's with, and you're just ping-ponging. Yeah, Joe, yeah. Joe Coy came in here and was like, my street team. Tom and I were like, we need a street team. Why don't we have a street team? You're like, what are we doing wrong? Well, what keeps you going was what I started to learn was just like, well, I started before cell phones. You get in, you just drive back in the next comedy stop in Boston, and then you would find the nearest comic and tell them the story you got. And then, of course, try to top your story about, that's nothing, though. One time I had this happen, it just made you feel like, all right, well, I got a story to tell. And then it also made me feel like a comedian. I heard the older guys, telling the stories, and I was just like, I don't have any stories. I went to an open mic, and it didn't go well. Because it was my fault. There was other elements involved. So then once I started doing, rooms outside and, there's nothing better than hearing about your friends who've suffered. Bill Burr's Special Paper Tiger is streaming on Netflix now. Go and watch it. He also has some big tour dates coming up. Go to billburr.com. Look at all his dates. He's going all over Cosmopolitan in Vegas. And, of course, listen to his Monday morning podcast, one of the best podcasts out there, Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen. And there weren't special things for kids the way they are now. Like, we would just go see movies. Any movie, like Back to the Future, that was a movie like everyone could see. Kids could kind of see it. Great movie, right? I rewatched it recently. It's a very weird movie. Marty McFly is a 17-year-old high school student whose best friend is a disgraced nuclear physicist. Oh, shit! Do you notice they never explain how they became friends? They never explain it. There's not even in a lazy way. Like, hey, remember when we met in the science building? Like, they don't even do that, and we were all fine with it. We were just like, what? Who's his best friend? A disgraced nuclear physicist. All right, proceed. What a strange movie to sell to be a family movie. Two guys had to go in and do that. They had to be like, okay, we got an idea for the next big family action comedy. All right, it's about a guy named Marty, and he's very lazy. He's always sleeping late. Well, okay, is he cool, like Ferris Bueller? No, but he does have this best friend who's, a disgraced nuclear physicist. I'm confused here. This best friend, this is another student or, oh, no. This guy's either like 40 or 80. Like, even we don't know how old this guy's supposed to be. But one day, the boy and the scientist, they go back in time and they build a time machine. Whoa, okay, I think I see where you're going here. They build a time machine and they go back in time and they stop the Kennedy assassination. Oh, wow, that's a really good idea. Well, we didn't even think of that. All right, well, what did they do with the time machine? Well, now I'm embarrassed to say. All right. We thought it would be funny, if the boy, if he went back in time and, he tried to fuck his mom. I don't know, we thought that'd be fun for a sad. But no, good point. No, he doesn't get it. But because this family friend named Biff, he comes in and he tries to rape the mom in front of the son. The dad's got to beat the rapist off of her. And also, we're going to imply that a white man wrote Johnny. Be good. So we're going to take that away from him. Well, this is the best movie idea I have ever heard in my life. We're going to make 3 of them. Yeah, you say they go to the past? How about we call it Back to the Past? No, Back to the Future. Right, but they go to the past, yo. How's your son? Amazing, super cute, the most adorable. He's not like Asian baby cute, but he's like right below that. And what they were the cutest. I think they're cuter than bunnies and puppies combined. Personally, I would throw away 20 white babies to have an Asian baby, if it was. But before we started, I was not a very good host, because I was talking about how empty a life I lead. The sadness was hilarious. You told me about your empty house. It's true, and how you sit in your sadness. And I asked you, what do you consume? Like, what's your vice? Do you drink at night? Are you eating cookies? And you're like, I'm consumed by my own sadness. That's hilarious. Well, good. I'm glad I could bring you up with my down. Oh, like you telling me how sad you are has been the best part of my week? Looked at my driver's license as we were having this meeting, and it says I'm 5'11", and he goes, bro, 5'11", come on. He shook his head. Then he stood up next to me, and I was like, I tower over you. Come on, that's ridiculous. I tower over you. You can eat peanuts off my head easily. How tall are you? Tom, 5'11", made a joke, and you said, let's build a wall around Louisiana, right? And that made some people very unhappy. People would be like, no, you crossed the line with that joke about building a wall. I'm like, do you understand what time we're living in here? Like, do you understand the context? Like, our current administration wants to build a wall to keep people out from, like, quote, shithole countries. I'm just saying, let's put a wall around a shithole state. It's like I fly every week. I never buy a first-class ticket. I buy coach tickets. I buy them so much I get bumped up to first class. I am telling you, the moment I get bumped up to first class, I get washed over with this feeling. I'm like, look at these disgusting poor pieces of trash. Yeah, I'm so much better than everybody. Like, don't stand next to me, dude. You're gross. I dare you to come try to use the first-class bathroom from Coach when I'm up there, because I will put my hand on your chest and I'll send you back. I'll be like, no, there's a pig trough in the back for you guys. Go have fun with that. Go to your momhousepodcast.com. There's hundreds of episodes. Me and my wife's very juvenile. Lots of farts, but, yeah, that's one thing that makes me happy. You like farts? I do like that. Hold on. I feel better. I got nothing. Just knowing that something was coming is good. Just the answer. I love you. You did have a section where I had to decide if somebody speaks and I had to guess if it's a black man talking or me or you, Tom or black you. Really? Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Can we hear like that? And I had to guess. Yeah. Hey, yo. Like, that wasn't as good. Let me hear yours. Hey, yeah. Dude, what is that? Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you saying? He's at the University of Miami. You didn't meet him. It's a black guy. I'm half Peruvian. So we've been teaching him Spanish because it's part of his heritage. And I speak Spanish. And, you know, there's also utility in knowing Spanish. So many people speak it. Of course, yeah. And then my wife's Hungarian, which is fine. And she goes, I want him to speak Hungarian. I'm like, why? So he could be an arms dealer or something. Now you're saying that you want a black, aggressive shit-tater in tennis. Yeah, that would be the best. That's an ace, man. Like, that ain't no double fault. Fuck you, like that. Like, that ain't no double fault. Sir, can you please watch your language? Please eat my dick. Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to get over to the bitch. You were talking about the baby on the Netflix show. How old is the baby? 7 months old. How's that going? It's good. I mean, it's very good. He's very cute. He's not like Asian cute, but he's really cute for a white kid. Don't you think? They're the best Asian babies. They're so cute, biracial babies. I mean, really, it's beautiful. Yeah, mix it up. Really? Yeah, absolutely. I like them purebred. I was a freshman in college and I overdosed on GHB. And like, I took ecstasy and I drank the date rape drug, but I gave it to myself. That's GHB. That's what GHB is. GHB is, you didn't really know what you were taking, all right? Doctors ultimately found some stuff in your system that yeah, I mean, I knew what I was taking because I had taken it before because it's fun to get high, but I didn't realize that I shouldn't take 100 hits at once, like that kind of thing. Have you heard from people who in some way relate to your story and they're like, drugs are fun, you're right, no. You host a podcast with your wife. That sounds like a fake. What do you say about my wife, man? Oh, apologize. Apologize to his wife. I'm sorry, Senora Segura. Apologize. We don't apologize. You don't have that out of your system yet, bro. Obviously, John Mulaney, that's a given you would call yourself this, but the Sack Lunch Bunch, where'd you come up with that? The Sack Lunch Bunch. I wanted a name of like a groovy old like name, like in the 70s, you know, there'd be shows that were like, you know, the Scrapyard Gang and stuff. And I wanted to call it the Latchkey Kids. Do you remember that term? I was like a latchkey kid, I guess, because my parents had jobs that we'd come home here and we'd watch TV and we'd enjoy it. On the news, they'd be like, latchkey kids. It's a terrible thing. And he'd be like, no, it's not. And then Sack Lunch Punch, you know, 2 words of it rhyme. Yeah, there you go. Not a lot of science to it. There are so many wonderful songs in this. Yes. Wonderful composer, Eli Boland. Yeah. Who we worked with on documentary now. He's fantastic. We've written songs together before. You wrote an Emmy. We won an Emmy. We wrote a song with Justin Timberlake and we won an Emmy. Now, question. Yes? Okay. We won it. Okay, so the song was a monologue song for Justin Timberlake. On the ballot of the Emmys, it said Justin Timberlake's song. Yeah. Then below, it was the much more popular Mother Lover by The Lonely Island with Justin Timberlake and Andy Samberg. Yeah, but ours was called the Justin Timberlake song, and we won. Yeah.
I was wondering, do you think people thought that was the Lonely Island song?
Yeah. I think it's like those weird, like when they have like Palm Beach, Florida, and they show you the ballots, and you're like, oh, that was way too confusing. Yeah. It was a Justin Timberlake song, Mother Lover. And you're like, I like that one with Justin Timberlake. This is so many. Grandmother's Boyfriend is a fantastic song. Oh, Grandma's Boyfriend, Paul, thank you. Yeah, Grandma's Boyfriend, Paul. There's a song called Noodles and a Little Bit of Butter. Plain plate of noodles. Yeah. Do flowers exist at night? Do flowers exist at night? I wrote on the subway. The lyrics, I have no musical ability, and it was based on, I mean, the lyrics are exactly the process I went through as a kid. I couldn't picture a flower at night. And if I'm to be honest with you, I can't now. Can you picture one at night? No, I guess not. So I would lay in bed, and the lyrics are, do flowers exist at night? Do flowers exist at night? I keep meaning to check, but I always forget to see if flowers exist at night. And I remember laying in bed once when I was like 9, and I was like, I forgot to look again because we had like a couple tulips in front of our house, yeah. I was going to go see what they were doing. Did the kids ever, I mean, like, did they behave on set? No. But they did. My friend who's a pediatrician and a vet, he says, never work with children, animals, thanks. And then like, yeah, we can cut that out, right? But you know my friend did, yeah, Kitty McPodge, yeah, Dr. Kitty McPodge, Dr. Kitty, yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. McPodge. Yeah, he treats kids and animals. That's why his name from birth was Kids. And when a guy like that says, don't work with kids anymore, yeah, but I don't listen to him. So 15 kids are great. They really psych each other up. They were very supportive of each other, yeah. They like, you know, some kids might have a bigger part in one scene than the other, and they'd all be like, you were great. You know, and in many ways, like a little more mature than like people we worked with at Saturday Night Live. Yes, yeah. So that sounds a lot nicer than our, and we liked each other, but you still, oh yeah. But it'd be like, oh, that was yours. Yeah, okay. But there were 15 of them, and they would get really like riled up. You know, when they do the clapboard and they go like Apple Mark, they would yell like Baker Mark, Charlie Mark, and this one girl every time would go Toilet Mark, and I know it's not funny, but if you heard it 900 times, you'd start laughing a lot. And so Rhys Thomas, our wonderful director who's worked with every host of SNL, yes, he's worked with everyone. He's been under pressure many times. One day they were just so like out of their minds, and Rhys ran up to them and they were just all talking at once, and he went, "Do you behave in school like this?" And one girl went, "We don't go to school." You have, like I mentioned, some great guys. Richard Kind, who's one of our favorite people in the world. If there was someone else you wanted to get, yeah, I want, and this would be who kids today would want to see the most. This is what I thought would be a real crowd pleaser, was I wanted former presidential candidate Michael Dukakis to be in it. He was like, when I was 6, he was like one of the 2 most famous people in the world, but what was, I wanted him to come on and go, "John, I think I got one of your letters by mistake." You know, and then I'd go, "Hey, everyone, it's Michael Dukakis," and the kids would cheer for 30 seconds straight. And he's teaching at the moment, I guess. And he said, "Can I see a script?" And I wasn't done with it, so I was like, "You don't get a script," you know, because I was always like delaying. So didn't get Dukakis this time around. Yeah, the kids, I think we'll still enjoy it. I think so. Yeah, never have we forgot about a dude more than Michael Dukakis. I mean, like. Well, not half, but almost half of America wanted him to be the president of the United States. And then he lost. And they were like, "Get the hell out of here." And then, you know, when I think about him in that driving, that town. Yeah, he rode a tank with a helmet on. Yeah, and that, I guess. And then somehow that was bad. Yeah, because the other guys used it against him. Yeah, they were like, "Look at this idiot." You know, like, you can make anyone look bad if you go look at this idiot and then show a clip of him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but if you were to run for president right now, there's so many things in the sackcloth lunch bunch that would just sink you right away. Or just take the pediatrician vet joke and do it in slow motion. Go look at this idiot and go like, "My friend's a pediatrician," and you'd win. I'm still over you. Yeah. What's up, dog? So, I was just in London. Yours, not the real one I was in. Does that not bother you? Like when a barely city is like, let's just name it after an awesome city. And then they have the nerve to ask you, like, "How do you like London?" And you're like, "The real one? Or this turd you put in a dress?" Like, that's your favorite place, all right? Like the balls of Paris, Tennessee, to name their city Paris. And then they built the mini Eiffel Tower. Like, you're going to walk around confused, like, "Well, bonjour. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Come, can I get me a croissant? That place sucks." So we're leaving London, Ontario. It bothers me just to say it. We were leaving London, Ontario, headed back to Toronto, and we passed by a strip club named Beef. What am I? Yeah, your hearing is working just fine. There's a strip club named Beef. What, can you even wrap your head around the confidence a young lady has to have just to audition at Beef? Like, just to be like, "I know they're hiring at Diamonds, but I'm more of a beef girl." Like, that's such an aggressive name, even for a casual conversation, to be like, "Oh, you strip. Where do you strip at Beef?" Jesus, what goes on there? Pretty intense shit. Actually, we recommend you start your night at a different strip club and graduate to Beef. You don't want us out here, we'll wreck your life. I'll be like, "All right, I believe you." Just not registering to you. Beef is the name of a strip club. Christ. Fart is a better name for a strip club. If somebody was like, "You want to go to a strip club?" It's called Fart. I'd be like, "No, I don't want to go there. There's another one called Beef." All right, let's check out Fart and then see where we end up afterwards. Are you going to answer honestly? Are you ever just tired of being alive like just me? Really? I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot, and now I'm like, you know, like, let's wrap this shit up. Like, how many days are there exactly? You know what I want to do? Skip a grade. You remember elementary school and you get to like the first day of grade 3 and you're like, "Hey, where's Kevin?" And they go, "He skipped," and you're like, "Excuse me, how?" And they're like, "He can add like a son of a bitch. I don't know. He's just 4, 8, 12. He gets it." And you're like, "I want to skip," and they're like, "Don't even worry about that. Get that out of your mind." I would love to do that in real life. Wouldn't that be it? Like, let's say you kill it this year, like you wreck this year, and then in December, like a magical fairy or a government official comes to your house and they're like, "Dude, you crushed it this year." And you're like, "Yeah, I know." And they're like, "How many years do you want to skip?" And they'd be like, "What, 30? Just cruise into retirement." First of all, I don't want to live to be that old anyway, 71 maybe. Yeah, 70. So you can experience like some official old stuff. Like, I feel like when you turn 70, you're old, and then people start talking to you like you're a pet, you know, like, That's got to be fun for a minute, right? When they're like, can I get you anything? And you're like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck was that? So ridiculous. You don't want to live much longer than that? I hear people go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? You seen 80? My dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a fucking goblin. Okay? And he knows it too. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Look down. Like he knows what he looks like. Yeah, it's terrifying. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication, and they go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. He won't take me if I see him now. I go, how you doing? He goes, unfortunately, alive. Yeah, I mean, I will be the best old guy. I realize that because I already have their personality. Like, I'm super antisocial. I don't want to do anything. Like, whenever anybody says, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out the... I go, no to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more. As long as I live for the rest of my life, yeah, I'm all set. That's the same as old people. You can try it. You're like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. Then we'll go, fuck Steve. I know everybody. I need to know. I want to watch my show. That's what's up, Grandpa. You know how to do it. You know what? Here's the thing. I want to be that type of old. I don't know what age it is. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know, like, it's like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your mind? The spinal snap, sit down. Like, okay, that looks amazing. You guys were great. Thanks a lot. Have a good... There's an idea that I hear a lot where people like to theorize that comedy all comes from a place of pain and sadness. And people like to talk about comedians as if we do what we do because of some inner darkness. And this is especially thrown around when discussing Robin Williams. And with all due respect, fuck off with that shit. I have a little respect for a brilliant artist who is just more talented than you. That's what was happening. But making people laugh is incredibly fun. The art form of comedy is a joy to perform. And being a comedian is not a psychiatric condition. Are many of us also very fucked up? Myself included, yes, but whatever, you know. There are depressed people who don't even have the decency to be great comedians. Why didn't you pick on them for a change? Are you guys working? Yep. All right, good. Hi, I'm Tom Segura. My new special, Ball Hog, is streaming now on Netflix. Netflix invited me to come market my special, and I said, no, you come to me. I'm not coming to you. So they're here now in my podcast studio. Come on, let's check it out. We are very inclusive here at YMH Studios. Anyone can pee or poop or do anything they want in the bathroom. I don't care if you're a man or a woman or undecided. Do what you want here. That's Chris. He's working. That's right. No breaks. Look at the fucking screen. We're moving into the studio area here. This is our B set. But as you can see, I'm doing podcasts in Spanish. I don't see fucking Dave Chappelle doing that. Burr Kreischer and I. Bert, who has... Hey, big boy. Also now streaming on Netflix. We do 2 bears, 1 cave right here. We usually add extra weight support on this side. We reinforce the floor because this is where Bert sits and he's fat. Most podcasts are done in somebody's basement or attic or car, but not here at YMH Studios. Almost 10 years we've been doing Your Mom's House. We've had multiple sets. This is obviously by far the most elaborate. This is where our guests sit. We've had so many wonderful guests, so many comedians. Also, you know, great musicians, actors. Cool. A lot of times musicians have better senses of humor than comedians. Some comedians are really not fun. This is where Christina P. sits. Here are your specials on Netflix. You can watch The Degenerates or Mother Inferior. This is for her back because she has lower back pain. And then this one's for her on Jim. I had 2 kids. They're mine. I was there for both. Somebody drew. That's our dog, FIFO. Rest in peace. For some reason, they drew 6 tits on him. I was invited to do stand-up at a minor league baseball game, and Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer, was playing for the San Diego Sea Dogs, and they gave away bobbleheads that night, and they had me do stand-up before the game started. It wasn't good when they were like, you can come back during the 7th inning stretch and do more stand-up. And I was like, did you see what just happened? No. This was sent to us because we did a lot of segments on pup play. Pup play is for people who wish to pretend to be dogs, and sometimes it gets sexual. It doesn't have to be. It can be very innocent. You can be a pup with your child, or you can have a friend who wants to have a tail inserted in them, and they do that rectally. This is like a velvety soft wall. I love a soft wall. I wish you guys could touch it. It's so soft. I feel like every time I walk by a store that has a jacket, it's over for me. I remember what I was doing when I bought some of these jackets because they're like related to shows. I did a show last year in Long Beach, and I bought this and I wore it once. I was in Dallas again, walking around a mall hours before a show, and I was like, I should get a jacket for the show. There you go, Gucci. 2 days before I shot Ball Hog, I was like, I don't want to wear a leather jacket. I don't want to be the leather guy, but I still have the jacket. I feel like I should put it on. Nice jacket, Tom. Thanks, you got it for me. Netflix, I appreciate it. The color of this coffee. This is a little light for me. There's a little too much milk in this. Somebody else who works here apparently just likes milk. I would murder somebody if they gave me this to drink as coffee. You're still working, right? Well, check out this jacket. Netflix bought this for me. Oh, yeah, but I didn't tell them that I didn't wear it in the special that they bought it for.
Do they know that now?
Now they do. I was actually Jay and my D on the road in a hotel room, and I saw an adult film site that had this lady really going to town on this guy's beanbag. And I was like, I wonder if there's more of that. I wonder if there's a whole genre just dedicated to that. And there is. I found that there's actually a whole series called Ball Hogs where these ladies just do things to guys' balls. And it was way cool. So I named my special that thank you for coming to visit my podcast studio. Thank you for watching. Or if you have not yet, please go watch Ball Hog now streaming on Netflix. It was a lot of fun, but we have work to do. You guys really have to go. Please, please, please get out of here. Go. Get the fuck out of here, man. I don't think I'm a bitch. So I run back up to him. I'm like, yo, man, don't put your hands on my face. You don't know me like that? As I'm talking to him, I'm like, oh, shit. He's in a fighting stance, Kev. He's about to hit you. Protect yourself. Better yet, hit him first. I throw a punch him right in the face. Bam. Never hit nobody in the face before, so I was excited. I celebrated. I was like, yeah, bitch, you don't want it.
Real niggas all day, be blocked all day by myself. Gun on my waist, smile on my face. In jail, one bed, one blanket.
You want to go night-night? You want to go night-night? So now he tries to tackle me. As I'm in my speech, he tackles me.
I'm like, why would you tackle me? I'm small. I got low center of gravity. I get him off me. I start uppercutting him, whipping his ass. He realized that he's losing. He tries to call his security guard back. He's like, Thomas, come help. I look over Wayne, my security guard. Wayne got a real big stomach. Wayne had Thomas on the wall. When I looked over this is exactly what I saw. And Wayne was like, what you doing? Where you going? No, shut up. No. What you doing? Where you gonna go? What you doing? It didn't look good. I didn't know if he was helping me or helping himself. I never brought it back up. I didn't want to know, so now reality has kicked in. I'm like, oh, I'm in Dallas, Texas. If I get arrested out here, I'm not getting out of jail till like Tuesday. I'm like, yo, let's go. Get the car, Nate, get the car. Let's go. I knew Nate was OG. Nate got the car, put the car up on the curb, blocked the whole curb off, right? I've never seen Nate this hype in my life. He was hype as sir. He's like, hey, get cab in the car. Hurry up, man. Hurry up. For the cops come. Somebody grab his head, puts his head down so they don't see him. When he said that, I was like, oh, Nate used to be a killer. How else would he know what to do in a situation like this? I was like, I don't even know who he is anymore. Then he snaps on me. He's like, I can't believe you, Kevin. You got a career. You're doing television. You're doing movies. You're going to jeopardize that shit for a street fight? That's stupid. Let's go. Hurry up, man. Hurry up for the cops. Come, we don't have time. Y'all want to do what y'all want to do. We got to get the hell out of here. We don't have this type of time. We never pulled off. We got locked up. Cleveland, I love y'all. My name is Cash. Thank you, Steph. Look, if they want to go through your bags, all you got to do is grab the bag without the drugs. If they don't, they grab the bag with the drugs. That's how we get the drugs through. We alternate it like that. Everybody on the plane was like, bet dope. Yeah, let's do it. I said, that don't work for me. I don't like that plan. I don't like it. My name on my bag. Don't touch my bag. You touch my bag, I'll tell. I'll never forget it. It's a true story. We're landing in Mexico. Planes go down. I look out the window. Look like an episode of Narcos. I've never seen more Mexican officers in my goddamn life. They stand in the air. They got the dogs. I've never seen dogs look through the window of a plane. The dogs, when I saw the dogs, I said, oh boy, y'all going to jail. Y'all going to fucking jail. They smell it. The dogs smell it already. Little Mexican man comes on a plane after the door, go down, he starts speaking Spanish. Keep in mind, I don't know Spanish. I know a couple words, and I know the rhythm. I know the rhythm of Spanish. For the purpose of this joke, I'm going to hit you with the rhythm. The reason why is because I want you to feel like you were there. I'm telling you ahead of time, these are not real words, okay? They're not real words. It's going to sound like it, but it's just the rhythm. But don't make me laugh because I got to stay in the character. Don't make me laugh. So he started off. He started off calm and escalated. This is exactly what he did, okay? ¿Dónde? Está, ¿dónde? No, you're looking right at me. He looked at me there in the fucking eye. He go, okay. I don't know what the fuck came to me, but he wanted to answer. He looking right at me. I panicked. I didn't know what to fucking do. I panicked. I said, queso. I just said it. I said, queso. I thought about the cheese, queso. Cheese, I don't know what the fuck, queso. He thought I was being a smart ass. He said, oh no. You ever hear Spanish? People talk real fast and it just sound like a bunch of clicks. This is what he said. Don't think it. Exit off. This is it. This is my nightmare. We're going to jail. I get up. I got my hands up. I'm cooperating. We get off the plane. They got a security booth right there. You got to get in the booth one by one. When you get in the booth, you got to press a button. When you press the button, it go red light or green light. Let me tell you something right now. You press that button, you get a red light, you can cancel Christmas. It's over for you. You hear me? It's over for you. It get dark as fuck when you press that button, it's red. You press the button, it's green. They're a different person, so put a fucking hat on, you start dancing. You don't want to dance, but you're scared, so you do it anyway. Please don't kill me. I'm first. I gotta press the fucking button. He looking right at me. I almost said they got drugs. I swear to God, I was fucking nervous. My stomach was bubbling. My ass was wet. I was farting. It was too much. I was nervous, Sam. And now, please help me in welcoming the next speaker. He made over $1 billion at the box office. He's been in some of your favorite projects. Sanel Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, Nutty Professor, Coming to America. He's nominated for a freaking Oscar. And Dreamgirls, this is a total surprise to Kevin. Get out your motherfucking seats for the go of motherfucking teeth, Eddie. Murph, shut up, stop at him. Eddie Murphy ain't coming to see your little ass. Sit your ass in jail, I'm sorry. Gotcha, Sam. Of the Olympic. Inside of the Olympic Committee, sort of. We got full access, and we got to go to the opening ceremonies. We were in the athletes' pen, the holding pen, right before all the athletes walked out into the Olympics. So we were with like thousands of all these athletes. Everyone's in their country's uniforms. They're all meeting each other, taking pictures and hanging out. And then we walked with them up to the stadium with 60,000 people and 1 billion people around the world watching. And we're watching them as they're about to walk out to the whole world. And that's really cool. It was really cool. And we were so close to walking out. Perhaps you would not have had carte blanche anymore had you done that. Yeah, we would have had carte blanche. Did you get to go out into Korea and to see the country at all? We did. We got out a little bit. David Chang was there as well. Great chef, David Chang. Wonderful, amazing chef David Chang, and he's an old friend of mine, and he was there covering the Olympics as well. So we went out to dinner with him one night and a bunch of friends, and that's fun to go out to dinner with a great chef like that. Oh man. And so we go to this Korean barbecue place there. I guess it would just be barbecue, and then we go to he sits down, and I'm like, I'm with the... And you pick your meat before you go up to the table, okay? So you go, it's like a supermarket, but a nice, situation. And then you pick it out. And they don't have any idea who he is. Oh, really? Yeah, they were. There's some dude. And so we go up, and I was like, they don't know who you are. And he just in the middle of the meal then just starts going around the restaurant and grabbing food from counters and other tables and brings it over and just starts cooking his own meal at our table. Is that allowed? I don't know, man. You're David Chang, it is. You can do it. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of fun. You and your great partner, John Mulaney. Is it proper to say he's your partner? He is! Although I think he may have dumped me for Pete Davidson. Oh, no, that's so sad. Well, he's very hot right now. But yes, Mulaney is my dear, dear friend. And you guys are doing a strange show the week after March 19th? Yes, yeah. What can you tell us about this? It is. There was a movie called My Dinner with Andre, and it was Wallace Shawn and Andre Gregory, and it was a two-person movie. It's just two dudes sitting at a table talking. At the time, it's just very experimental. There's just two dudes at one table talking for an hour and a half. Nothing happens. So Elvis Mitchell, who puts together a bunch of live reads in L.A. for Film Independent, asked me and Johnny to do a live read of My Dinner with Andre. And based on the audience response, I think wild people are going to go crazy. I would guess that 90% think it's Andre the Giant. I would love to have dinner with Andre the Giant. Yeah. I got some more bad news for you. I'll tell you after. Nick Kroll, hello, everybody. Olympic Dreams this Sunday at South by Southwest. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and I am not allowed to eat this cookie until you click the subscribe button. So please click now. I'm hungry. Speaking of going psycho, I saw your Netflix special, and it's hilarious. Very, very funny. What? Thank you, thank you. And it's nice of the audience to react like that, but it hasn't actually aired yet, so you're lying. You shot in Nashville. You're not from Nashville, obviously. Why did you shoot it in Nashville? Because you know something. The special I did before, I wanted to shoot in San Francisco, and all the BS didn't work out. So the last second, we had to get a theater, and I did it down in Atlanta. And, northern guy, Boston guy, going in front of the southern crowd and everything. This whole new vibe came in that I really enjoyed, where it was rather than, you do a special, it's do it in your hometown. Everybody thinks the same way, and you kind of lose that great element of stand-up of, people not understanding necessarily your point of view. And then you get heckled, and then you get that whole... It feels like a live show. It says, and how I chose Nashville was I did Vince Vaughn's Wild West, the comedy festival that they have, and they were it's where they did the original Grand Ole Opry. You got to see this place. I just walked in, it just had that magic. And I was just it's so funny. It's so incredible. It's very funny. In your podcast, which I love, you do it twice a week. And it's different from most podcasts in that there are no guests. You just rant and rave for a full hour. Yes. Are you doing that in the house? Yeah? You should try to make sure the baby doesn't hear you doing that. Oh, yeah, because I think it could trouble the child. Well, the reason why I don't have a guest is because, like, then then it becomes a job, and then people, I can't find your house, and can we do it next Thursday and all that. The hell? I didn't get in this business to have a job, you know. I got this. I didn't want to have a job, you know, and so I just go off on stuff. It started off me just doing like 5 minutes, and then people started writing me questions. It's kept, Bill, excellent. I am a big fan of it. I listen to it all the time, Bill Burr. Everybody watch his special on Netflix, January 31st. Walk your way out. Thanks for watching. If you like that, subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest videos. And if you didn't subscribe anyway, it's free. Who cares? Bring a national family that gets dressed up in costumes, but also, do you somehow kind of want the monarchy to survive? And is that why I like The Crown on Netflix? Because it's a throwback to a time when that I did live through, but I was a baby or I was a little kid. The Crown shows how miserable life can be as a monarch. That's true. And so in that light, I can see why Harry and Meghan left. So I guess it's not weird. It's of note, I guess, but it's understandable. And there is press coverage of it. Yeah, but not as much as the presidential election or the worldwide pandemic. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind having you out here, but in the future, if you want to talk things like this out, a phone call, maybe it's better. Okay. You know, we'll see whether we can use, but, you know, fair warning, it might be online only. Yeah, that's fine with me. I appreciate the time. I think we're short, but I do thank you, as always, for giving me this platform, and the next throw I'll watch will be a little more focused. There's just a lot going on with those Windsors. Thank you, Seth. And as a student reporter once wrote about me through, thank you for the laughs, albeit virtual ones. We'll be right back with Amy Adams, and then Adams. Subscribe now, like do all those things. I want to know who you want to see. Are you doing that? Like a subscribe bullshit? Let's go, Tan. Come on. Tell me who you want to have on the show next. Come on. Our way, because whatever. That means that every fucking shithead out there is going to put money on the Panthers, which means the line will keep going up because Vegas has won again. Is going to want to get money on both sides of the ball. Thank you, Bill. Like, we didn't know that, so fuck you. I'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Go fuck yourselves. And don't fuck anybody you work with. So kids, AC/DC. I raise them right. Great. I raise them right. And you know what's my favorite thing ever is my son. Not only does he love AC/DC, he dresses up like him. I got him a guitar, and he like watches the videos. He could do like his, his Chuck Berry thing. And one of my favorite moments, I was laying in bed with my wife, and my son woke up early when he was 3, and he started singing Sin City. First song, second side, Power Range. 3 years old. Youth down this little voice. Dun, 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 dun. And I look at my wife, doesn't know the song. I'm like, he's singing Sin City. I love this kid. You also have a fantastic Hulu special came out recently, Drop Dead Years. Can you explain the title to us? Oh, it was just done it, being 56. These are like the years where it's a weird age. As a man, you're too young to die of natural causes, but you're right in the sweet spot of dropping dead, right? So dropping dead is like this uniquely male phenomenon. Like guys drop dead all the time. Women, you don't go to your Pilates class and see women clutching their chests or whatever for some reason. It's weird because there's just as many out of shape women, but they don't seem to have heart attacks. I don't know what it is. They cry out their emotions. Yeah, but we have a steak and some French fries for a couple of decades. The next thing you know, we're falling out of a golf cart, and that's it. There's no defibrillator to bring you back. They should have a defibrillator at the turn of every golf course. Instead, they just give you more stuff to have a heart attack, which is what's amazing about golf. So many people take up golf because the doctor says you have to start walking. You're a ticking time bomb. And then what do? They get a golf cart and they're smoking cigars and we're idiots. Corned beef sandwich. This is not enough. Trying to get out of the way of your man boobs while you're swinging there? Something I wanted to ask you about. So fellow Red Sox fans, New York Yankees broke out these new torpedo bats. Oh, aren't those cool?
No.
God, what do you think? What is your take? Fair play, I love it. They should do stuff like that. They should turn it into golf. If you just how if you suck at golf, you don't have to get better at it? If you're like a podiatrist and you're slicing, they just design a golf club to make it go straight. The Yankees should go up with those big red plastic bats that you teach a 3-year-old with the name. I don't know. It just seems as a Patriots fan, they're weighing out footballs and these guys are going, hey, that part of the bat you're not supposed to hit it with? Let's make it the sweet spot also. So I don't know. Listen, they're just a $75 million team that could, they're trying. I will say it's funny to watch them not even remotely spend as much money as the Dodgers. And watching them completely outspend them is really a funny thing. Just, as a fly in the wall watching these two cities battling each other, New York, everything's big. We spend the most money, and then LA's like, no, you don't. We're spending more than you are. I love your intense accent work that you've developed about, I know, California, New York, while wearing a pink sweater, what's his face? I always do something to give the trolls something to talk about. So there's going to be a bunch of he's wearing pink now on this liberal show. What is this? Some woke-o. You know what's funny is white liberals are the ones that gave the definition of woke to whites on the right, so they don't. No white people really understand, it seems, what that word really meant when they took it from black people. So people on the right just think it means an insufferable, self-involved, liberal douche. And they're not wrong if they're talking about a white person, right? Running around crying about their pronouns. It's like the sun is like lighting the planet on fire. Faith, look how scared you are about pronouns. It's unbelievable. They like when you talk about pronouns. Well, the rest of the world doesn't want to take our food because they see what we look like. They don't want our beautiful chicken. They don't want our beautiful beef. Yeah. Why is that? Why would you? It is just always the best way. Go to Europe, and if you can, and eat a tomato and see what it really is supposed to taste like. This is a tomato. We are, when we welcome a guy like this onto the show, welcome Ohio native comedian Tom Segura, folks. So, okay, before we get into this, shout out to everybody all over the world doing their thing and stuff like that. Shout out to Daniats, XVLB. You know what I'm saying? Got it. So, okay, this guy, I didn't want to know anything about him before he came on. I thought there's a lot of mystery behind these sunglasses. I started asking him some questions like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. So this is one big surprise coming up here. So I first want to welcome you, tell you I think you have the coolest style of any comedian that has come on the show. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This is your look. Normally, this is how I roll. Yeah. Coming from Ohio, being from Cincinnati. Like, where do you kind of get your inspiration? I guess from your clothes, from the streets mostly. I travel a lot. I'm a SoCal guy now. I just picked it up from, fights, fighting people, beefing. Like, I got this, I don't know, beef. Well, I heard you had some beef with Crazy Lokes. Is it yet? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Lokes. So he's this rapper from San Jose that has been, challenging me on YouTube wanting to fight. And, he, physically fight. Yeah, he wants to step in the ring, and he's been working out like Target and a Walmart training and stuff. And, I just want him to know that I've been in Home Depot and Staples, and I've been throwing around like 2x4s, and I'm just ready to get down. I just want him, and saying I want him to know, you feel me? Don't talk about, and saying that I'm ready to do this. So whenever he wants to step in the ring, we can get down. All right, well, that's his challenge there. We just put that out there for the world. I want the whole world to know that. Just reach out to Crazy Lokes, and we can do this whenever he wants to do it. Okay, well, I don't want to mess with you. Do you do this with other comedians, too? Do you get into these? I mean, if they want to feel these hands, yeah, they can let me know, and I'll let them know right back. I try to keep it, pretty easy. Most of the time, if I'm DJing or if I'm you DJ as well, yeah, I'll be DJing this weekend here. I'm going to tweet out the location for a pop-up show. It's all about bits, snips. I'll be after the stand-up. I'll be doing some sets. Oh, so you do it all? Oh, yeah. What else do you do that I'm not aware of? Gymnastics, I do that. I mean, I hear you laughing, but I'm actually pretty damn good at it. Really? Yeah. I mean, I could do... If I wanted to, I could do 6 flips right here, right now. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. If we didn't have these cameras right here, I would challenge you. And I want to pay that. You don't want to pay the cost effect. So gymnast as well, gymnast. I'm an animal trainer. I train dogs. I can train. I'm actually one of the few guys that can train cats, too. So a lot of people, what's the coolest thing you've trained a cat to do? Probably answer a phone. Not like Mr. Jinx with the flush in the toilet. Did they know how to do that, too? I trained a cat. If he hears a phone ring, flush the toilet. Yeah. He can hit the speakerphone button. I like this guy. Because you can't tell what he's serious. What? He's joking. Is that that's what your comedy's like? We see your hand. We got a minute to wrap this up. I'm okay. Well, so what? That means we still have a minute to get some really cool things out there. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. You work with your wife very closely, too. Yes.
How does that work?
Because she's a comedian as well. She's a person, and she's a living human woman. She allows me to touch her, and she likes me. So we have a good relationship. I made a baby with her. Wonderful, consensual. Everything was cool, and we love him. He's our son. He's already training right now. He's 15 weeks old. I got him lifting. I got him doing push-ups. He's going to be something that you don't want to mess with for sure. You're going to be a big deal. Well, he's going to take after you, then challenge all these rappers and comedians out there. Don't mess with this man, Lokes. If you want to step up and get hit, you know what to do, man. Meet me at the Home Depot on 6th Street, downtown L.A., Monday at 3 o'clock, and we can see what happens. I'm sure he's watching, too, right now. Guarantee you he's watching. Tom Segura here. Well, this is a very different look for you, I must say. I don't even know who that is. So that guy's down at Hilarities tonight through Saturday, right? That's right. Go check him out. That's more like the character I do. That's the old school you, okay? This is the new you. How much does this thing weigh? Sorry, can I? Yeah, good. Okay. That's some heavy-duty stuff there. It was $18,000. You're living the dream. Living the dream, bud. Thanks for being here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cleveland. Shout out to the Greenhouse Tavern. Good place, huh? It's a spot right there. Awesome place to go. All right, go check them out this weekend, guys, at Hilarity. Still to come on New Day, Cleveland, we are toasting to some warmer weather. Easy recipes for spring spritzers. You might want to stick around and get a spring spritzer. I would love a spritzer. All right, what is that? What's a spritzer? Drinks right over there. You know, nice drinks for the summertime. I'll have one. Okay. I'll tell you on a grand scale, who's helping nobody lose weight? It's Starbucks. This is true. They have a national training campaign to try to trick you into ordering food. And this is why they're going to order a beverage, so they try to lead you into food. Pull into any Starbucks drive-thru, and now they greet you. They say, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you to eat today? And you're like, wait, what? I just wanted coffee. And they're like, no shit. What else do you want? So then you're like, I don't know, sausage? Like, what do you have? I don't respect that. I like my shame straight up and honest. And nobody does that better than the West Coast burger chain in In-N-Out. And if you've never been in In-N-Out, get your fucking life together and go. And I want you to go simply so you can experience the most shameful and honest question in all of fast food. Because you pull up and you go, I'll have a double fries and a Coke. And they go, will you be eating in the car? Yeah, I think so. They go, I bet you will, you fat pile of garbage. Doesn't that question sting? You're like, am I living in my car? Why am I eating in my car? Because if you say no, they give you a bag and they're like, leave with dignity. But if you say yes, it's an open tray, and they go, eat out of that pig. And then it falls in your lap. And they go, pick it up. And you're like, and they go, are you going to jerk off when you get home because you're lonely? And they're like, yeah, we're going to give you a free milkshake because you're bumming everybody out. We're fast food workers. You're making us sad. Get the fuck out of here. I actually want to tell a true story about the first day that I met Kevin Hart, because I think it's very telling about his personality. I'm a rapper, and I was booked to perform in Las Vegas at one of those super trashy daytime generic Las Vegas pool parties. That's where Kevin Hart decided to have his actual bachelor party. I think he just likes being around those lowest common denominator type of people that love all his movies and stuff. I think he just likes that vibe. I don't know why he was there anyways. I hadn't even met him yet. I was on stage rapping, you know, really in the zone. I heard the crowd roar. All of a sudden, I assumed it must have been because I had done something cool. But I turned right, and no, it was actually because Kevin Hart jumped on stage, microphone in hand, and actually performed with me for the entire duration of the rest of the show. Which, look, I grew up in Philadelphia idolizing this man. So it was a total dream come true to have this guy materialize out of thin air and meet him right there on the stage. Very cool moment in my life. As years went by, I took a step back and really analyzed what actually occurred that day. The audacity of a man, having never met the performer, to just assume that everyone wants him to just jump on stage and interact. It's totally ridiculous. The way to carry yourself and live life. I don't know how he does these things or gets away with it, but he does. And it's incredible, Sal. You're about to do my, what is my dream tour? You're going to Europe to do stand-up in Europe, and you're also going in the winter. Are you one of those Americans that just automatically thinks they're smarter over there? Because you got to go because everybody American knows, oh my God, the food and the people are so enlightened. You go over there, some idiot eating fish and chips, screaming about soccer or whatever. It's like, I know that guy, I know. I've seen that guy, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Like, everybody's over there in like lab coats figuring stuff out. They're not. Everything's so much older and so much culture. They still get on social media and trash each other. Are you going to any places? You've obviously toured a lot over there before. Are you going places you've never been? Yeah, this is like a thrash. I'm going through like Eastern Europe, like Estonia. I'm doing Prague, Bosnia. Poland is a big one I wanted to go to, and yeah, so you go in with an expectation. Do you think to yourself, oh, a Bosnian audience will like this part of my act? Or you just go in and do exactly what you do. Like, I'm right here. Because if you go over there, the first time I did London, like, I was just in my head the whole time. I'd have, like, a joke coming up about, like, and it involved a squirrel. And then in my head, I'd be like, do they have squirrels over here? Did I see a squirrel? Is this going to bomb? And I would be, like, freaking out. And then I swear to God, you pull back, and then they pull back. And then it just becomes, like, this staring contest. So I just act like I'm here. I use references. I use slang. And I just go until it bombs, and then I make fun of it that they didn't get it. And then I just go again. But I've gotten some of the funniest. I was in Stockholm, Sweden one time, and I was on stage, and there was some guy, saying, all right, what do I do after this? Where should I go? Blah, 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 blah. And I just hear this guy in the crowd yells out. He goes, come to my house. They'll have a party. I was just like, yeah, I think I'm going to skip that one. I don't think I'm going to meet you anywhere, buddy. But they had a great sense of humor, and I remember when I did Stockholm, Sweden, I came out and I said, hey, it's great to be here in Switzerland. And they all laughed thinking I was joking, and I just played it off. I was like, oh, I missed that. So anyways, do you feel a bigger rush? Is there something, when you think about all the small rooms you played here and, where you're from, and when you go over to a whole nother country, do you have a rush of like, I can't believe I'm killing in a foreign country in a big crowd? Yeah, definitely. But I always have that thing, and you have a job to do. These people paid for a sitter. They're coming out in that thing, and I'm always trying to get like better. But there's definitely, I've been starting to add some shows over there. It's just like, it's YouTube, it's Netflix. Like your stuff can just go international. I definitely feel blessed that I can go to these places, make a little bit of money, and yeah, meet all these kids. Can you enjoy yourself the day of? Like if you, obviously you're going city to city, so you don't have a lot of time. If you have a show at night in Prague, can you go out and enjoy a day in Prague? Or are you in your head about the fact you've got a show? Probably not, because this is my first time there. The first time there is always just, you go there like, an animal sleeping on a futon and all that. Then you build a following. And I can bring my wife, she shows up once all the land's been cleared, all the hard work's done, I want to go. That seems like fun, I didn't bring her. She'd probably buy some stupid antique over there. And I got to figure out how to bring it halfway across the world, but I like it. Yeah, you break even on the whole trip because he got an old piano.
The word that's going to kill me earlier is going to be why. That's what my wife always does. Do you like this? No, I don't like it. It's a piece of, don't get it. And then she's always just like, why? But I like it.
And then it's just like, all right, buy it. No, but I want you to like it too. And it's just like, there's just no winning. But you have you're a licensed helicopter pilot? Yes, I am. This is true. How long has this been the case? I get it, 2014 or 2015, I can't remember. What made you want to become a licensed helicopter pilot? Conspiracy theory. And living in Los Angeles, what is the conspiracy theory that led you to it? Well, I'm not into people think of you into conspiracy theory. They just automatically think that you think, you think there's lizard people and shapeshifters and, you have this aluminum hat on. No, I just sort of read up on the banking system and I'm like, this is kind of a giant Ponzi scheme. And I was living in LA and I was just looking at it. It's like you can't get out of the city even when it works. Like what if ever hit the fan there? How do I get out of here? And it just seemed like up and out was the only way to do it. So, yeah, no, so then yeah, but then I always watched Magnum PI and always liked TC. And he flew that Huey 500, which I thought was cool. And so then, and I'm also sort of a closet gearhead where I don't know a lot of stuff, but I watch videos of people repairing engines and I just really got into it. Next thing you know, I'm flying around in those things. I guess my question would be though, based on your escape plan, do you have your own helicopter? No, there's a lot of holes in it. Also, this is not enough for your family. I know, but I can only afford to. I just rent those things, man. It's just like, yeah, that's the thing. There's another thing too. Whenever you watch like a zombie movie and some guy comes running up to like a plane, I got helicopter, I should say, and just starts it up like he's getting in like a Corvette and just drives away. That's not how it works. You got to warm the whole thing up. You'd have to kill half the zombies by the time you went through your pre-flight just to get up and out of there. So I didn't know that. So I went ahead and I did it. And I will tell you, it's one of the big accomplishments in my life because I was terrible in school. But that was something that I wasn't worried about learning how to fly it. It was the ground school and all the rules you had to know. But I was so interested and it was so fascinating. I was actually able to do it. So, well, fantastic. Congratulations on that. Thank you. Congrats on the show. Have a great trip to Europe, man. Oh, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to see you. Great. We finally did this. Bill Burr, everybody.